In the heat of the moment, when danger strikes without warning, every second counts. From high-speed chases and intense shootouts to heroic interventions and life-threatening encounters, police body cameras capture the raw reality of law enforcement. These gripping real-life incidents showcase courage, chaos, and the critical decisions officers must make in an instant. Some situations end in survival, others in tragedy, but all reveal the unpredictable and dangerous world of policing. Get ready for a shocking look at some of the most intense moments ever caught on camera. Number 1. The first case highlights the importance of body cameras for police officers. It took place on an Easter Sunday in Florida, when Officer Elizabeth Metling responded to a call from Leah Baker, a 29-year-old mother experiencing mental health issues who had argued with her roommate. When Officer Metling arrived at Baker's house and knocked on the door, Baker suddenly appeared with a knife and attacked the officer. Instinctively, Metling raised her arms to protect herself and was heard shouting, "I've just been stabbed." She quickly retreated to the yard and drew her weapon. After the attack, both Metling and her partner fired their guns. According to the state attorney's office, the shots were justified and necessary to protect the officers' lives. Leah Baker was taken to a hospital for treatment and survived her injuries. Number 2. In April, a high-speed car chase in Carroll County, Georgia, turned into a deadly shootout. The pursuit was captured by police body cameras, showing 2 criminals fleeing after committing a crime. The video does not specify details about the initial offense, but depicts a rapidly escalating situation. The chase, which reached high speeds, ended in a violent confrontation between the suspects and officers. Dashcam footage captures one of the suspects firing an AK-47 at police officers who were armed only with handguns. During the shootout, 3 officers were shot but miraculously survived. One of the criminals was fatally shot by police. At the scene number 3, a terrifying shootout was recorded on a Florida highway. It began when 30-year-old suspect Philip Thomas stole a car at gunpoint and led police on a lengthy chase through Volusia County. The pursuit ended in the middle of the road, where a violent confrontation took place between Sergeant Tom D., 55, and the suspect. As D exited his vehicle, Thomas opened fire. The video shows a bullet knocking the sergeant's hat off his head. Officers returned fire, hitting Thomas multiple times. He was transported to a hospital, but was declared dead shortly after arrival. Number 4. A 28-year-old criminal named Topins, who had a history of domestic abuse, was arrested in 2016 for shooting his girlfriend. He was released from prison in 2019 and resumed abusing her, leading to an arrest warrant being issued. When officers entered his residence to detain him, Topins locked himself in a room. As an officer approached, she recognized the danger and stepped back, triggering a gunfight. The video captures the officer getting shot in the arm, while another woman present stumbles in distress. Following the incident, Topins was charged with attempted first-degree murder of a police officer, kidnapping, assault, illegal firearm possession, and domestic violence. Number 5. One Tuesday afternoon, Los Angeles police responded to an emergency call reporting an armed assault at a store. Upon arrival, officers encountered a man swinging a metal pipe. They attempted to persuade him to drop the weapon, but a struggle quickly ensued. The suspect struck one of the officers on the head with the pipe, escalating the situation. Police then used non-lethal methods, deploying a taser and rubber bullets. Despite being tased 3 times and hit with rubber bullets, the suspect resisted and refused to surrender. Number 6. According to reports, Houston police attempted to stop a driver behaving erratically in an area known for drug activity. The driver refused to pull over, leading to a chase that ended when he crashed into a tree. Moments later, he opened fire on officers with an AK-47, shooting through his windshield. The officers immediately returned fire and exited their patrol car. After an exchange of gunfire, they approached the suspect's vehicle and ordered him to raise his hands, which he obeyed. The suspect, 34-year-old Anthony Garcia, suffered a gunshot wound to his upper leg and a superficial wound on his arm. He was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder of a police officer, evasion of arrest, and illegal firearm possession. Number 7. A would-be thief entered a store, pointing a gun at customers. At that moment, it was up to one man in a cowboy hat to stop him. The hero waited for the right moment when the thief was distracted and focused on another customer. He then tackled the thief, causing him to drop his gun. The man even managed to snatch a kitchen knife from the criminal's hands. Meanwhile, a butcher grabbed the weapon from the floor and stepped back. The footage ends with 3 men holding down the thief, while the store cashier calls the police. Number 8. The case of 24-year-old Osei Terry is one of the most controversial. It occurred in Arlington, Texas, when Terry was pulled over for an expired vehicle registration. However, officers detected the smell of marijuana in his car. The video shows an officer stepping onto the vehicle's running board as Terry starts the engine and rolls up the windows. Clinging to the window with his left hand, the officer fires multiple shots at Terry, who then crashes his vehicle into a ditch. Terry was shot 4 times and later died in a hospital. His passenger, 24-year-old Ter Harm, was also injured.